What is up? Today, I'm going to teach you 11 tips to help you start your own bounce house business. And these 11 tips, some I learned the hard way, some I learned through trial and error, but I learned them all owning my own bounce house and waterslide business called The Jump Off. And no, I don't have another job. This is my full-time job. If you disagree with anything, please let me know. And then if you had anything else you'd like to add, let me know. I tried to make the list kind of condensed, and I made it 11 because 11 is my favorite number. And then, of course, if I bring you any value at all, please hit the subscribe button and, of course, like this video. But real talk, I'm trying to grow this channel so I can grow my influence to help more people, and the more subscribers and likes and comments we get, the bigger I can go, the more lives I can touch. So any of those things mean the absolute freaking world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get rolling. 11 tips to help you start your own bounce house business. Tip number 1. This is a people business. This is not a slide business. This is not a bounce house business. Don't get caught up in trailers and dollies and cords and tie downs. No. Keep your eye focused on what's important, and that is the people, mainly your clients. Without them, you don't have a company. So when they are texting you at 9:30 at night on a Tuesday, asking you 44 questions about a slide rental that's 7 months away, and you can tell they're on the fence, answer all 44 questions with smile face emojis and sunglass emojis. When you show up to drop it off, be super nice. Interact with the dog. Interact with the children. Take your time to talk to the client, regardless of whatever kind of schedule you are on. Time doesn't matter. Interacting with the clients matters. It's a people business. Can't stress that enough. Tip number 2, and this is one of my favorites. I'm actually contemplating on getting it tattooed on my hand. Just go. Tip number 2 is just go. You don't know what to do on your first rental? That's okay. Just go. You're going to figure it out. You don't know what to do because there's rain in the forecast this weekend? Don't worry about it. Just go. You're going to figure it out. Don't know what to do when somebody wants to cancel last minute? Don't worry about it. Just go. You're going to figure it out. So many people put themselves through a fake suffering as they try to make everything perfect, or they try to do all their research, or they try to corner the market. The list goes on forever. Me, I just go. Since I started living my life by that, roughly probably 4 years ago, 3 years ago, more opportunities have opened up for me than you can possibly imagine. I just go. You should too. Tip number 3, you can do it all. Nothing's impossible. You just haven't done it yet. So I'm going to tell a little story to make my point on this one. So when I bought our first 19-foot slide, it was 500 pounds. I didn't know that. I just knew it was a big old slide. On the picture, it's next to a giant warehouse. I can't tell how big it is. We get there, it's next to a giant warehouse. I still can't tell how big it is until they roll it. And then they put it on my itty-bitty tiny little trailer with a forklift. And I thought one slide might break my stupid small trailer. Then we get home, I can't lift it. I go to put it back on its wheels. It literally, the dolly doesn't even budge because it's so heavy. I actually made a video about it. I'm going to link it right now. But all that goes on, and I'm stressed, and I can't figure it out, but I just rent it out anyway. I end up learning that bigger the slide, bigger the profits. I end up learning that I need a bigger dolly. I need a bigger trailer. I need a pickup truck. My little Jeep ain't cutting it anymore. But because I just go, I taught myself that I can do the impossible. Tip number 4, hire a helper to help you with the part of the business you like the least, and hire that person the second you can afford them. For me, it's cleaning. I got a lot of other stuff going on. To go in the backyard and clean these slides just feels like I'm quote unquote wasting my time. So that's the first person I ever hired. My wife's the opposite. Back when her salon was closed for coronavirus, she did all the cleaning, and I could just go build the clientele. I could go do deliveries. I could go make flyers, whatever, and she cleaned them all. As soon as her salon opens back up, is when I hired my first employee. Whatever it is for you, if you hate pickups, if you hate drop-offs, if you hate cleaning, whatever it is, that's the person you hire first, and do it as fast as you can afford them. Tip number 5, invest in quality equipment because it will pay off dividends in the long run. So I started the company and I had these teeny tiny little dollies because whatever, I just already had them. And then the slides weren't that big that I had, so I could make it work. The second the slides started getting a little bit bigger, oh my God, it was like torture. Like a rental would be going out on Friday and I would be dreading it because it was so hard. Then I got a bigger dolly, changed the game, till the slides got bigger. Then I got a bigger dolly, changed the game, till the slides got bigger. Now I have a motorized dolly and a manual dolly, and life is peachy. The stuff is expensive. My black manual dolly I bought from Spacewalk was $600. I love that thing. Tires are a little small, but I love that thing. My blue motorized dolly I bought used, and I got a great freaking deal on it. Okay, it can't handle the 500-pound slides because it's just not quite powerful enough. So I still manually push those, but I don't gotta move any other slides. I just push a button. That thing was also expensive, but investing in the quality equipment, from trailers to tie downs to dollies to extension cords to hammers to stakes, the list goes on and on and on. It will pay itself dividends in the end. Tip number 6, join the Bounce House and Rental Operators group on Facebook. That is a resource that I cannot even begin to tell you how valuable it is. Quick tip on that, use the search function. You want to know about insurance? So does everybody else. Just search it. You want to know about cancellation policies? So does everybody else. Just search it. You want to know about mileage rates? So does everybody else. Just search it. Now, if you can't find it in the search bar, 100%, ask it in a discussion. You're going to get between 3 and 87 comments, depending on the question. Please, dear God, don't ask if stakes go down or go at a 45-degree angle. You'll start World War III. By the way, they go straight down. But anyways, join that Facebook group today. Tip number 7, and one of my favorites, stay aggressive. Stay aggressive at your personal growth. Today, when you go load the trailer, load it a little differently. Today, when you go pick up that water slide, roll it a little differently. Fold it a little differently. Try your dolly upright on the trailer. Try your dolly upside down on the trailer. Whatever. As you go, just tweak. Because what's going to end up happening is you're going to find a crazy efficient way to do everything over time. Because once you've figured out the way you load your trailer, you're going to do it that way every time. And you trim like 10, 5, 15 minutes off your day to where a year from now, when you have 20 slides and you're going to hire a guy or gal to help you do drop-offs and pickups, you're going to realize how freaking good you are at this because you go so fast they can't even comprehend what you're doing. But that is accomplished through staying aggressive and staying curious. Test. Number 8, pay well. You heard that old cliche, good help's hard to find? Well, it's a cliche for a reason, because it's true. So when you find yourself a great one, don't just pay them. Don't just pay them well. Overpay them. Overpay them. Yes, pay them too much money. You have no idea how much easier your life is going to get. So the reason that you overpay is 2. 1, you don't want to lose them. Okay. 2, if you pay them here, right, and your company's only here, you're planning on growing, right? So you can grow, and then this person can come with you as you grow, but you overpay them. That way you don't have to worry about getting another one while you grow. It's invaluable. I cannot stress it enough. The other 2 things on that is, number 1, when you're working on a pickup or a drop-off with one of your gals or guys, and they tip you, which I get tipped all the time, 100% of the tip goes to my guy. 100%. So 3 weekends ago, we had a big day of pickups right after Easter, and my new guy Tyler started with me. So we're picking up basically everything on the Monday after Easter. In 2 houses, he got tipped $40, then he got tipped $35. And the tips come to me, right? And then I give them all to him. He got tipped $75 in 2 houses on his first freaking day. But guess what he then does? Loves working for me, knows I appreciate him, tells all his friends how cool working for me is, helps the recruiting process. See how this goes? Overpay your people. Okay, the other little tip on that, every now and then you're going to get some like random side job that'll come across. So it literally happened yesterday. A guy calls the jump off phone and starts asking me questions about wanting to know if I can come to his house, open up his personal slide that he owns, and clean it for him, and that's it. I said, sure, we can do that, right? I said, I needed some info from him, which I gathered this morning, and then basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give that opportunity, that side gig, I'm going to give to one of my guys. I'm going to let them do the whole thing. They also are going to get to keep all the money, all of it. Any side job comes up, I let them keep all the money. I set up the gig, I talk to the client, I do all the people lifting, they go do the work and keep the money. One more thing to let them know, dude, I appreciate you, and I'm going to pay you as much as I freaking can. Overpay your people. Number 9, you need to become a marketer, because if you started a business, you kind of already are one. So you need to learn Facebook ads. They work incredibly. They cross-post straight from your Facebook page right to Instagram. You ain't got to do anything. You need to learn Google ads after you get a website. You need to start a Google My Business page after you start a website. Between Google and Facebook, you can make some really amazing things happen. Digital marketing. You can make some amazing things happen. You know what's even bigger and better than digital marketing? Word of mouth from your clients. So what I do, I have 2 things. First, I make a little flyer on Vistaprint. It's a 4x6. Okay, this one has the jump off logo, and then it says spread the word, little call to action. Then it says leave a review, and my rental software through Inflatable Office actually automatically sends them a link to review us. But this is a nice little reminder. Number 2, show off your pics, post them to our Facebook page, tag us on your Facebook posts, whatever. Number 3, share our info on your HOA Facebook group. What that means is Homeowners Association Facebook group. Most neighborhoods nowadays have their own Facebook group. And so if you can infiltrate that, you just become the Waterslide guy for the whole entire neighborhood. Then at the bottom, thank you so much for your support. Kind of another call to action, if you will. The URL, it's thejumpoff.com, and then a little, Jump Off LLC. And then on the back, dude, check this out. My other 2 businesses. I got a junk hauling business I just started. I have 2 trucks, 2 trailers, and a bunch of guys that can lift heavy things. So why not go haul some junk too? So basically, everybody sees this, the haul off, jump off, haul off, get it? And then the other one is my Christmas light business, which is called Let's Get Lit. As of recording this, it's May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Let's Get Lit's not getting that much traction from these flyers because it's May. This, however, is. Once we get a little bit later in the year, it'll switch, and I'll start getting a lot of Christmas light inquiries from bounce house renters. And then last year, the Christmas light business I got bounce house rentals from them. So the business is kind of cross-pollinate, if you will, okay? And then my personal freaking favorite, the magnet for the fridge, right? 10 out of 10 clients are going to lose this. Throw it away, not care, whatever. The dog's going to eat it, who knows? This goes right on the fridge. They'll never forget me. They say, hey, Johnny's birthday's coming up. We should get a slide. Oh, yeah. What's our slide guy's name again? I don't freaking remember. Ding! I'm on the refrigerator. So how these work, so check this out. So this is the junk hauling magnets that I haven't cut yet. So what I do is on Vistaprint, I make a business card size magnet, but I make 2 mini logos. And then my wife has like this little cutter thingy. I don't know what it is, but she uses it to cut out coupons. And I just cut. Whoa, buddy. And then she also has this little corner cutter offer deal from scrapbooking. And I cut off the corners and make them round because I think it looks a little nicer. I actually do that on these too. But these 2 things that I make on Vistaprint that are very cheap bring in a ton of repeat business. Figure out how you want it. Tip number 10, the more content you create, the more opportunities will come your way. Those opportunities could be another rental. Those opportunities also start to look weird. I've had 3 different people approach me about franchising because I post things to my Instagram stories. One franchise sale could potentially be $20,000, $30,000, all because I record picking up bounce houses on my Instagram stories. Crazy. So from clients to franchises to a school that finds you and rents 3 slides from you, or a carnival, whatever, the more content you create, of course, for social media, the more opportunities you get straight up. Just start posting things as you go. You're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to be worried people are going to judge you. Still go anyway. You'll start to recognize your strengths, your weaknesses, whether you like to be on camera or whether you like to point the camera away from you, and you'll really start to get your voice, as what I call it. Create more content, get more opportunities, flat out, period. All platforms. And finally, number 11, get yourself a finance guy. Somebody that knows money and what the hell to do with it. As an entrepreneur, if you're planning on having this be your main business, guess what? You don't have a 401k anymore. All the money you had in your 401k still exists, but you can't put money in it anymore because you're not part of a corporation. That money has to move to something called a Roth IRA. I know this because I have a finance guy named Jared, and he taught me all of this. You have certain rules and laws for putting money into your Roth IRA. You're going to have money coming in so many different ways, it's going to make your head spin. From credit cards through the website, Venmo when you get there, old school check. I'm in Louisiana. I don't know if people still write checks, but here in Louisiana they do. Cash App, straight cash, regular old cash. What the hell do you do with the cash? Get yourself a finance guy to help you put your money in the right places and the right buckets. Clearly, this is a subject I'm passionate about, and clearly it's one that scares a lot of people. My guy, Jared, makes a joke that he's like the dentist. Nobody wants to go to the dentist and nobody wants to call the dentist, but everybody knows they should go to the dentist. So if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have curiosities, please just hit me up and tell me. I will help guide you through it, okay? And then I've got a little bonus for you, 11A. First off, this one's important. Second off, 11 is my favorite number, so there's 2 of them. So 11A, get yourself a badass CPA. So it goes with your finance guy. Your CPA will also help guide you through all sorts of things. Like once you start as an LLC, you got to pay taxes monthly. Where do you pay taxes? How much do you pay? When should I write on the check? Should I do it online? What about this? What about... Just get yourself a CPA. He or she will do all of the financial lifting and guiding that you don't know anything about because you've always been an employee getting a corporate paycheck. Get yourself a badass CPA and a badass finance guy. It will help you so much, make you so much more comfortable. Can't even explain it. All right, y'all. There it was. 11 perfect tips to help you start your own bounce house business. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, hit me in the comments. I reply to every single one of them. If you loved it, if you hated it, or if you think I missed something, right? I could go on for days on this. I try to keep it tight, and I like the number 11. It's my favorite number. It's my soccer number, so I landed on number 11. So we went with 11. If you think there should have been 14, tell me the other 3 in the comments. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. There's lots more bounce house stuff coming. Once we get to Christmas, there's going to be Christmas light stuff coming. There's going to be entrepreneur stuff coming. And then we'll see when I feel comfortable enough, so to speak, to start doing some life helping type of stuff. But anyways, I want to help as many people as I can. It's one of the things I was always passionate about when I had a gazillion employees working for me. And now that I have 3, I'm going to turn digital and try and help as many people as I can out there. So the more you guys spread the word, the more you like, the more you share, the more you comment, the more it helps get my message out there. And I cannot stress to you how much it means the world to me. So before I go, my Instagram is at Nick O Glass, Nick_O_Glass. I have a podcast that I need to get some episodes rolling. I've got some stuff in the pipeline. I just need to get it posted. But right now it's called Highly Restless with Nick Glassett, or Nick Glassett is Highly Restless, something like that. It's probably going to change the name. Just search me in Spotify. You'll find me. Next up, go to our website. It's thejumpoff.com. You can read our story there. You can check out like my prices, how I take my pictures, all the little nitty-gritty stuff like that. Go to itsthejumpoff.com. And then last but not least, I have a personal blog where that's where a lot of my motivational or inspirational stuff lives. I like to write. I'm a talented writer, and so writing comes naturally for me. I've been grinding pretty hard on the jump off, so there's not a ton of new content on there, but there's a ton of old stuff on there, and some of it's pretty badass. NickGlassett.com, just my name, NickGlassett.com. So there we go. There's everything. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.